Please remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you. You may be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Carrie Brimhall, Vice President for Academic Affairs for Minnesota State Community and Technical College. And as a graduate of this institution, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome you to this afternoon's commencement ceremony. I'd like to take a moment to briefly introduce the platform guests. Dr. Peggy Kennedy, President of M-State, Dr. Matthew Borcherding, Dean of Liberal Arts, Dr. Peter Walensky, Vice President of Student Development and Marketing, Jennifer Jacobson, Dean of Health Careers, Angela Mathers, Dean of Academic Quality and Support, Denise Lehman, Chief Development and Alumni Officer, and Carrie Ward, Dean of Career and Technical Programs. This afternoon, we gather to recognize the significant accomplishment of our graduates. Today represents the challenges and obstacles they've overcome, as well as the insights and opportunities they've experienced since they started classes at M-State. Graduation is a big milestone, and when I look at you, and when I looked at you when you were lining up, I saw pride in your smile and strength in your eyes, and as I say every year, if I'm being completely honest, I also see a lot of relief. You've balanced work, family, and life responsibilities while attending M-State, and you've prevailed because of your dedication. I want to share 4 short stories that illustrate the perseverance of M-State graduates. Carrie said, "Before I attended M-State, I worked a dead-end job as a manager. I hated my job and saw no future in it, but I was unsure what I should go to school for. After realizing I didn't enjoy the office side of being a manager, I decided to attend M-State. My experience at M-State turned me into a leader and helped me get over my fear of public speaking. It helped me build confidence when I doubted myself and showed me that I wasn't too old to go back to school. My life has changed significantly since I graduated. I feel like I have a career now instead of just a job. I enjoy going to work, which was something I had never experienced before I attended M-State. Having normal work hours is also great because my son has started school and I love having weekends and nights off to spend with them. Going back to school was the best decision I ever made." Cindy said, "Before attending M-State, I worked at a minimum wage job. I was frustrated, not only with the pay, but with the mundane tasks that the job entailed. I felt I wasn't living up to my potential. After graduating, I worked for a large regional CPA firm. 5 years ago, I took a leap of faith and joined a friend and former coworker, who's also an M-State grad, as a business owner, and I couldn't be more happy." Sandy said, "Before attending M-State, I worked as a bookkeeper for a small roofing company. My husband became disabled and could no longer work. We were down to one small paycheck, so we ended up losing our home. I knew if we ever wanted to be financially secure, I would need to return to school. Money was definitely the biggest obstacle when I attended M-State. It was scary. I'd also like to add that I feel M-State does a really good job of preparing their students for entering the workforce. Course structure is focused on learning the skills needed for a career or trade and excelling at them. On more than one occasion, our class would turn into a discussion to work through different scenarios and find a solution together. It was helpful hearing all the different perspectives on any issue. When I attended, the faculty would try not only to teach what was in the textbook, but also use tools to apply it to real-life situations, and I will always treasure my time at M-State. And finally, Kaya said, "My degree means pride, opportunity, and a new start for me. I've had to overcome and sacrifice many things. However, even though it was hard, it was easy because it was worth it. The why for me graduating was big enough that nothing could stand in my way. I wasn't going to stop until I was proud, and man, am I proud, not just of myself, but of my entire class." The most inspiring thing to those of us who work at M-State is that every graduate sitting in front of me today has a story that will give you chills as well. And furthermore, they have the potential to do all of the things I just mentioned and more. Our students are dedicated, hardworking, and talented, and we're extremely proud that we had the opportunity to be a part of their success. This afternoon, we share the opportunity to celebrate the achievement of our 301 graduates across the college. Within the graduating class, we recognize 32 graduating with academic honors, 50 with highest honors, and of those, 14 students who achieved a 4.0 grade point average. But graduation is also an opportunity for our students to say thank you to everyone who's helped them achieve this goal. In addition to our graduates, we're very proud and thankful for another group of people who are important to the mission of Minnesota State Community and Technical College, the parents, spouses, family, and friends of our graduates. At this time, if you are a parent, family member, spouse, or friend of a graduate, please stand to be recognized. We also need to thank you because you encouraged them when times got tough and you celebrated small victories with them along the way. On behalf of the graduates and of the entire faculty and staff of Minnesota State Community and Technical College, we want to thank you for the support you've provided to your graduate. In addition, without the hard work of a different group of people, education at M-State wouldn't be possible. At this time, would the faculty and staff of Minnesota State Community and Technical College please stand to be recognized? Thank you for your dedication to these students, both inside and outside the classroom. Graduates, I want to extend my personal congratulations to you. You can be proud of your accomplishment and of the award that you'll receive today. Thank you for choosing M-State to be a part of your college career. We're pleased to be a part of that learning experience, and of course, we wish you'd continued success in the future. And as you leave M-State today, I'd ask that you remember to pause. Maria Shriver once said that pausing allows us to take a breath in our life. As everybody else is rushing around out there, she dares you, I dare you to do the opposite and to take time to pause and reflect on all that you've accomplished. Congratulations, graduates. It's now my privilege to introduce Dr. Peggy Kennedy, M-State's president. Peggy Kennedy is a dynamic leader with over 28 years of experience in higher education and a well-established commitment to learner achievement. Dr. Kennedy was appointed the president of M-State 6 years ago after serving as our interim president the previous year. Dr. Kennedy has worked extensively in the areas of strategic planning, regional and program accreditation, institutional effectiveness, and program and discipline development. May I now present to you Dr. Peggy Kennedy.
Thank you, Dr. Brimhall. I can get this down here. There we go. Good. As the president of Minnesota State Community and Technical College, better known as M-State, it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to the winter class of 27 commencement ceremony and to convey a heartfelt congratulations to you on behalf of the entire college community on this outstanding achievement. Now, just as the graduates have worked tirelessly to achieve their goals, M-State faculty and staff work continuously year in and year out to achieve its mission and vision. And we're so pleased to be here tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, because this graduation represents the culmination of all of the work that we do at M-State. It's the accomplishment of our mission and vision, providing dynamic learning for living, working, and serving, and leading to success for every student and stakeholder. This is my favorite day of the year, and I really wish to welcome all of you and congratulate you personally, as well as on behalf of the college for this great achievement. Now, our celebration tonight justifies our continuous improvement efforts, and it's one very important indicator of our success and our accountability. So again, welcome to all the graduates and their guests, and a big thank you to the faculty and to the staff who work so hard to plan this event all year around. Graduation typically represents the end of one journey and the beginning of another journey. And whether you're going to be joining the workforce to begin or change your career or continue on your education someplace else, we know that we have prepared you well because the faculty and staff at M-State are second to none. As I look across the stage today, it's my fervent hope that all of you will go on to become successful in your future endeavors, both professionally and personally, wherever life may take you as you continue on this journey and this new phase of your life. When you were in college, you learned that you needed to be determined and focus on completing your work. You learned that you had to look at problems as opportunities, and you learned from your mistakes. And you learned also not to repeat them as well. You learned that you needed to stay positive and dare to dream of things that were bigger than yourselves. And that is how you got to this point, graduation. Now, what you may not know, however, is that those same skills will serve you throughout your entire life. And also understand that statistically, every year of higher education that you achieve will help you economically as well as personally, so your future is very bright. Now, every year I ponder about what message I want to convey to you, and I always I strive anyway, to share something interesting, something relevant, and something that perhaps will be useful to you in the future, and that's harder than you think. I was thinking before I came tonight that I have participated in approximately 40 graduation ceremonies in my career. And as I am near the end of my career, and you are just beginning or continuing yours, people have given me little thoughts and little pieces of advice, and so you can imagine. And typically, there is no author to these pieces of advice, but they do come up over and over again. And I thought that I would take some of those pieces of advice and share some of that wisdom today. It might just shed some light on your future as well. One of the things I learned over the years is to become kinder to myself and less critical of myself. I've become my own friend, my own best friend sometimes. I've seen too many dear friends and relatives leave this world too soon, well before they could understand some of the great freedoms that comes with aging. I can realize that if I have become forgetful, that eventually I'll remember those things that are important, with some help from my friends. I know that even if a heart has been broken when a loved one has been lost, or a child suffers, or even if a friend becomes seriously ill or something does not go as I had planned, it's okay. Because those broken hearts are what gives strength and understanding and compassion. A heart that has never been broken is pristine and sterile and will never know the joys of being imperfect. And sometimes the greatest inventions were a mistake. Look at the 3M Post-it note. So even as my hair turns grays and my laugh lines become more permanent, that's okay too, because so many people have never had the opportunity to laugh or live, and many of them have died before their hair could turn silver. So consider the alternatives to some of the struggles that you go through every day. As you age, it's so much easier to be positive. You don't question yourself as much, or if you do, you don't care what other people think so much. And if you are wrong, you can more easily change what you need to change without losing yourself, the piece of yourself, and being embarrassed. And finally, getting older kind of sets you free in that you know you're getting older and you're not going to live forever, so you don't waste any time lamenting what could have been or should have been or worrying about what will be. You just live, and I hate to use a cliche, but you're just happy. Now, this message isn't really so much about me. Again, I'm just sharing some thoughts that other people have shared with me. I have been in every single stage that you have been in. Sometimes I've struggled, sometimes I've celebrated just as you have. And so I just want to share with you some information or some advice, I guess, that I hope you will use before you get to my age. Again, simply be kinder to yourself and less critical of yourself, and become your own best friend. Remember that the totality of your experiences, both the good and the bad, make you who you are, and that you can choose to learn from your mistakes and grow personally and professionally, and allow yourself to develop strength, understanding, and compassion. Laugh a lot. It's so much easier than being miserable. And don't worry about your looks so much, because it doesn't really matter that much. Remember the alternative, and cherish each day. And be positive and expect the best of everything and everyone, and you know what? That usually happens. Everything that you expect usually happens, even if it's a little differently than what you expect. If you make a mistake, take responsibility for it. Don't repeat it, and salvage what you can from it, and start over. But don't judge yourself, learn from it, and move forward positively. And lastly, don't waste time worrying about things or lamenting about things that you cannot control. A life lived is worth everything. So that's my advice for you for your graduation ceremony today. And I sincerely hope that this message has been useful, if not interesting. And I'm just so that you know, I'm so very proud of all of you and thankful that you chose M-State to pursue your career and your life goals. We are very appreciative of you coming to M-State. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you for continued success in everything that you do. Thank you so much.
Faculty have been a very important part of your educational journey at M-State. Speaking on behalf of the M-State faculty is Casey Hansen, President of Minnesota State Community College faculty.
First off, on behalf of my colleagues, the faculty of Minnesota State Community and Technical College, congratulations. Well done. Graduations are a time to celebrate. We all got that, right? That's clear. But they're also a time to reflect, to look back on the struggles, the trials, triumphs, wins, and losses that got you here today. For instance, when seeing a few of you earlier today, I couldn't help but reflect back to the first day of college. Remember that? The first day, way back when. Which for a number of you was in my class, probably developmental English. And you might recall, on that day, I drew a stick figure on a bicycle going fast, use arrows to going fast across the whiteboard, about to crash into a brick wall. Yeah. And I asked, on that day I asked, how many of you had ever been on that bicycle? Fun fact for the greater audience, most of the students here and a great number of the faculty have been on that bicycle at one point in time or another. riding fast towards the great crash and burn. Did not pass go, did not collect $200. I then drew a ramp from the front of the bicycle to the top of the brick wall and labeled it M State. This is important. Education, and college in particular, is a ramp that consistently gets you from where you are to where you want to be faster. Now, it's a ramp, it's all uphill, so you got to pedal harder. Like you caught that, right? It was a lot of work. But it's way, way better than running into a brick wall, hands down. What I want to emphasize today, sort of continuation of that lecture, is that you should look around. Because this is what the world looks like from on top of that wall. You see it? Look to your left and right. Okay. You got that's the admiration of your peers. If you look up into the stands back there, you got the love and pride of your friends and family all here for you, right? You got the respect of faculty over here. You've got a whole row of, well, my bosses, administrators, right? All lined up to shake your hand. All that opportunity. That's the top of that brick wall. You got to take some time to soak that in today. Enjoy it. Doesn't happen that often. Okay? Soak that in. Afterwards, though, then it's time to move on. When you do move on from today, after the celebration that is today, the faculty and I, the rest of the faculty and I, we have 3 more things we'd like you to do. Assignments, say, pass, fail. Okay? Taking notes, right? 1, whatever you do, do it well. We know you can. We've been checking on you. We know you're completely capable of doing what you do well. Do that. 2, when someone notices you doing things well, tell them where you learned it. Tell them. It's actually fairly easy, right? I learned that from Kelly Carlson. Like, she just made it make sense, right? That works pretty good. Or Shannon Doms taught me that. Man, is she a fantastic teacher. Works pretty easy. Yeah, you know it, right? Okay. Number 3 is the hard one. When you find someone out there in the real world struggling, searching for skills or direction, bring them here to us. Let us help them the way we helped you. That's how we build a future. Again, on behalf of my colleagues, congratulations, good job, keep pedaling.
Thanks, Casey. It gives me great pleasure to draw your attention to 4 groups of graduates deserving of special recognition. High academic honors are awarded to those students whose cumulative M-State GPA is greater than 3.75. High academic honors graduates are noted in the commencement booklet with a double asterisk after each graduate's name and are wearing a gold cord. Will these graduates please stand and be recognized? Academic honors are awarded to those students whose cumulative M-State GPA is greater than 3.50, but less than 3.74. Academic honors graduates are noted in the commencement booklet with a single asterisk after each graduate's name and are wearing a white cord. Will these graduates please stand and be recognized? Graduates wearing the gold sash are members of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. The purpose of Phi Theta Kappa is to recognize and encourage scholarship among two-year college students. To achieve this purpose, Phi Theta Kappa provides opportunity for the development of leadership and service, for an intellectual climate for exchange of ideas and ideals, for lively fellowship for scholars, and for stimulation of interest in continuing academic excellence. Phi Theta Kappa graduates are also noted in the commencement booklet with a single dot after each graduate's name. Will these graduates please stand and be recognized? Graduates wearing the red, white, and blue cords are our veteran military members. The commencement booklet notates veterans with a V after their name. Veterans are citizens who have served or are presently serving in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, or Coast Guard. Will these graduates please stand? I also ask that any veterans who are in the audience stand with our veteran graduates and be recognized. We thank you for your service to our country. Congratulations to all of these groups for their achievements.
Good afternoon. Congratulations, graduates. Today I have the honor of introducing our student speaker, Emery Erickson Daly. Emery is an officer in the Criminal Justice Association, is a work study in the Moorhead Fitness Center, and a student mentor for student orientation. Emery graduates today with a degree in criminal justice. He went into criminal justice so he could be there for someone on their worst day and make it just a little bit better. Please help me welcome Emery Erickson Daly.
Bring this back down because I'm short. All right. How's everyone doing? I still remember the exact day that I decided to go to M State. It was May 6th, 2016. I was sitting right over there watching my little brother do exactly what we're doing right now. As I flipped through the commencement notes, I noticed that M State had criminal justice, which is the program that I wanted to get into. So I thought back to everything that my brother had told me about M State, about the atmosphere, about how experienced all of his teachers were, and about all the friends that he made. So I decided that M State was the place for me. The road I've taken to get to this point, however, has been long, difficult, but also a great, unique journey. While I was over at NDSU, I lost my first fiance to diabetes. I struggled with mental illness and self-harm. I was diagnosed with bipolar II disorder. And I also contemplated taking my own life. Eventually, I found the strength to come out as gay and also to come out as transgender. But since coming out, I've had to deal with bullying, threats against my life, verbal harassment, and have even been physically assaulted. Before M State, I wanted to drop out of college, and I never thought I'd find the right career for me. But thankfully, I've been able to overcome all of the obstacles and roadblocks that I've faced, and now I'm graduating from M State in a career that I was destined to pursue. My decision to go to M State is one of the best decisions I've ever made. Right behind marrying my beautiful wife, of course. It's because of my decision to come to M State that I have been able to go from having a semester GPA of 0.45 while at NDSU to standing in front of you now with a 4.0 GPA. Thank you. Now, a saying that I've found really defines how I turn my life around is this: you can deal with fear, F-E-A-R, in one of two ways. You can forget everything and run, F-E-A-R, or you can face everything and rise, again, F-E-A-R. I've learned that you need to embrace your failures and your hardships, learn from them, and grow from them. So, if you're having a hard time or think you're failing at something, stop, take a step back, take a deep breath, and examine the situation. Figure out what is holding you back or causing you to not succeed, then work to change that. For me, that change was attending M State. Here, I was able to work one-on-one with my professors, and when I would go into their office to ask them a question, I was greeted with something like, "Hey Emery, how was your fishing trip this weekend?" Just remember that change doesn't happen overnight. You need to have patience and work hard to make those changes happen. After all, it took me 10 years of college and 2 different degrees to get to where I am now. Now, like me, every single one of you has taken your own road to get here. You have your own unique journey, your own struggles that you've overcome, and your own fears that you've had to face and then rise from. So I'd like to share 2 of the lessons that I've learned during my education here at M State that I think might help you as you continue on your journey after graduation. The first lesson is how important a good support system really is. Find people and friends that you can lean on and talk to, people who will help you if you ever ask them for help or if you ever need them. I know I found those people when I joined the Criminal Justice Association. The friends I made there have helped me find jobs, they supported me when I came out to them, and they've even donated money to help me pay for some of my medical bills. These are the friends that I'll have my whole life, and I hope that you have been able to find a similar support system during your time here at M State. The second, and probably most important lesson that I've learned, is to figure out who the real you is and be that person. Then surround yourself with people who support the real you no matter what. The first time I met Kay Wilder was when she was interviewing me to be a work study at the fitness center. During my job interview, I mentioned that I was transgender. Kay said, "Okay," and we went on with our conversation like I had simply told her that I like milk chocolate more than dark chocolate. I had a similar experience with Jeff Nelson, the head of the criminal justice program. Both Kay and Jeff have helped me try to navigate being trans in a law enforcement world, and they have helped me figure out how to best prepare for my future in that field. I need to say thank you to both Kay and Jeff for everything that they've done. It's because of you two that I feel ready and prepared to take the next steps into my life. Your help and support means the world to me, and I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank all of the faculty and staff here at M State. You guys really work hard to make the school a welcoming and inclusive environment, which has helped me feel safe and at home whenever I spent time on campus over the past couple years. Now, of course, I also have to stop and take a second to thank my family. My parents, my in-laws, my siblings, and my beautiful wife, all of whom are out there somewhere. Without their love and support through all of this, I would never have made it to where I am today, and I would not be standing in front of you now. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I love you so much, and thank you for coming up here to attend the ceremony today. So now that I'm done with all of that, I hope that you're able to take at least one of the things that I talked about and apply it into your own life, using it to help you along your journey, whether you're going straight into the workforce, transferring to a 4-year college, transitioning over into raising a family, or even moving back into mom and dad's basement. Congratulations to all of you. Good luck and have fun as you continue on the next chapter of your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Emery. May we all be as bold as you and strive to live a life of authenticity. You have a bright future ahead of you. And now I get to introduce our next musical piece. Be Thou My Vision is a traditional hymn from Ireland, often attributed to the 6th century Irish poet, Saint Delan. Please welcome the M State Instrumental Ensemble as they perform Travis Cross' arrangement of this classical piece.
Thank you to the M-State Instrumental Ensemble led by Jim Iverson. At this time, we will present the graduates.
Presenting the Arts, Communication, and Computer Information Systems Division, Computer Careers, represented by Deb Flaskrud and Tim Preuss. Information Technology AAS, Christopher Foltz. Information Technology AS, Jamie Gendro. Network Administration and Security AAS, Andrew Canosala. Presenting the Business Administration and Management Division, Accounting Department, represented by Nancy Stegen. Accounting AAS, McKenna Domeyer. Nicole Holton. Accounting AS, Kara Havernan. Accounting Clerk Diploma, Trina Bjorgen. Jackie Jant. Payroll Specialist Diploma, Samantha Hemmensley. Presenting the Business Department, represented by Brian Christensen and Lynn Kaiser. Business AS, Ajinde Job. Desmond Undika. Business Management, Marketing and Sales AAS, Mukucha Diodene. Lauren Dykema. Mackenzie Hoagland. Desiree Kauk. Austin Kindom. Molly Lean. Mark Main. Brandon Nelson. Jamie Tholand. Bronson Winkler. The Gulf Management Diploma Department, represented by Jason Retzlaff. Douglas Lacrosse. Human Resources Department, represented by Lauren Hagenson. Karen Briner. Evaristi Busanga. Amber Orvis. Human Resources AS, Caitlin Highland. Massey Feisey. The Paralegal Department, Paralegal AAS, represented by Pam Cummings. Kelsey McFarland. Brianna Schultz. The Engineering, Manufacturing, and Technology Division, Construction and Utilities, Construction Management, AAS, represented by Brooks Peterson. Shannon Green. Nicholas Prochnow. The Electrical Technology Electrician Diploma, represented by Russ Hultley and Mark Johnson. Bryce McGillis. Automotive Service Technology, AAS, represented by Dennis Miller and Shannon Moan. Madison Groupie. Health Science Technology Division, Health Information Technology, AAS, represented by Bonnie Peterson. Ya Frimpong. Wendy Kiefer. Sarah Richardson. The Medical Administrative Careers Department, represented by Kelly Carlson and Ruth Thompson. Medical Coding and Insurance Diploma, Jordan Metz. Allison Turison. Stephanie Wyke. The Medical Administrative Assistant, AAS, Miranda Breckestran. Amanda Boogie. Victoria Gay. Shalandria Nelson. The Nursing Department, represented by Shannon Dom and Angie Moore. Practical Nursing Diploma, Winifred Arinzi. Rahel Berhani. Ibironki Daburi. Myra Janakis. Jasmine Glasgow. Tina Hong. Caitlin Meidel. Corey Olson. Courtney Skadsam. Adam Smith. Emily Thompson. Cheyenne Willoughby. Abby Zinker. Nursing AS Advanced Standing, Stacy Montella. Sarah Shellito. Amy Christensen. Leah Duchar. Julie Hibma. Brittany Lester. Heather Spear. Scott Van Ruden. The Pharmacy Technology Diploma, represented by Holly Doyle. Durga Timsina. Pharmacy Technology AAS, Fulu Achurya. Desiree Hodney. Saida Hook. Josephine Taekwa Bomero. Phlebotomy Technician Certificate, represented by Teresa Besky. Emily Bolt. Emily Riggle. Brianna Shaw. Surgical Technology AAS, represented by Angela Stevenson and Ray Knudsen-Sirks. Ahmed Al-Zubadi. Samantha Ashburn. Harriet Bia. Madison Boychuk. Aaron Brandenberger Siegel. Abigail Erb. Ingrid Fredrickson. Ashley Held. Vala Kawalor. Abani Kester. Brooke Nelson. Sarah Swanstrom. Bobby Walter. The Human Services Division, Criminal Justice Department, represented by Jeff Nelson. Criminal Justice AS, Joseph Cahill. Emery Erickson Daly. Elizabeth Lund. Christopher Prizanzano. Alicia Riedmeyer. Fire Service Preparation Certificate, Brittany Holt. The University Transfer Division, represented by Teresa Beacom and Jody Hibma. Liberal Arts and Sciences, AA. Kayla Bowski. Andrew Costello. Scott Eli. Abdi Ismail. Skylar Johnston. Brianna Kohler. Katie Leach. Linda Langenfelder. Sabrina McClellan. Kirsten Miskey. Maisie Raymond. Zephyrin Richardson. Marisol Rios. Drew Smith. Kirsten Sorensen. Tiana Vetter. Amanda Williams. Wendy Williams. Aida Ziba.
In accordance with the prescribed level of achievement for each instructional program, every one of these graduates has met or will shortly meet the competency requirements for graduation. Therefore, on this 15th day of December 2017, I certify to you, Dr. Kennedy, that each of these graduates are eligible to graduate, each of these candidates are eligible to graduate, and on the date specified on the diploma will be entitled to the rights and privileges contained therein.
Thank you, Dr. Brimhall. And to all of you graduates, by the power vested in me by the Minnesota State System Board of Trustees and the Minnesota State Community and Technical College, I hereby confer upon each of you the associate degree, the diploma, or the certificate with all of its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations. You now can move your tassel over to the left. Congratulations. Best wishes.
Congratulations, graduates. You made it. You are now a part of the M-State alumni family. Your graduation is a shared experience by those who are a part of your life and journey. It is a day and time that will never come again. You committed to do your best and work hard at M-State. As you move forward, remember to give back, to create an opportunity for other students to achieve their dream. I'd like to share a piece from a commencement address done by J.K. Rowling called The Fringe Benefits of Failure and the Importance of Imagination. If you choose to use your status and influence to raise your voice on behalf of those who have no voice, if you choose to identify not only with the powerful, but with the powerless, if you retain the ability to imagine yourself into the lives of those who do not have your advantages, then it will not only be your proud families who celebrate your experience, but thousands and millions of people whose reality you have helped change. We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. On behalf of M-State, we are very proud of what you've achieved and what your future holds. Wherever your life takes you, be sure to stay connected with your M-State family. We love to hear from you. Your alumni experience will last longer than your experience as a student. In closing, I have a J.K. Rowling quote, "As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters." Again, at this time, if I can have the alumni class of 2017 rise, face the audience, and let's give them a warm applause.
Graduates of M-State, on behalf of everyone here, I extend congratulations to each of you. I have the honor of making the closing remarks. and I plan to be brief. Today is a day of celebration, celebrating you, celebrating your achievements, celebrating the end of this chapter in your life and the beginning of the next. In preparation for this next chapter, I want to remind you of the words you heard today from M-State President Peggy Kennedy just following the conferral of degrees, admitting you to the rights, responsibilities, and privileges associated with a degree from M-State. Let me repeat that: rights, responsibilities, and privileges. These rights and privileges come with a responsibility to use the knowledge you've obtained to make your life better and to make the world a better place. I hope you appreciate the time you have spent at M-State, the teachers who guided you along the way, and the friendships you made. Congratulations and best wishes. This concludes the Fall 2017 M-State Commencement Ceremony. Thank you for celebrating with us today. Audience members, please remain seated until the graduates, faculty, and staff have exited the auditorium.